Now, import Express library, which is a web framework for Node.js. It provides tools to create, manage web servers and define routes. Next, import create user function from the usercontroller.js file. And here I am creating a router object using express.router function. A router in Express helps define routes separately and modularly, allowing you to group related routes and keep your code organized. This router will handle HTTP requests for routes defined within it. This line defines a post route for the URL /create_user. When a post request will be received at /create_user, the create user function will get executed. And in the end, export the router object, so it can be used in other parts of the application. Let's set up our server.js file. Here I am importing Express framework to create the web server and manage routes. Next, import body parser module. It is a middleware that helps us to pass incoming JSON data from the client. This is useful when the client sends data in requests like post or put. Using this require function, we are importing the module located in the config/db file and storing it in SQLize constant. And here we are importing the routes defined in the user_routes.js file. Next, creating an instance of the Express application using Express function. This app is the main object we will use to define routes, middleware, and start the server. This line tells the app to use body parser middleware to automatically pass incoming requests with JSON payloads. Here we connect the user routes module to the /API path. This means the full path becomes /API/create_user. This SQLize.sync function synchronizes our database schema with the SQLize models. The force true option drops and recreates all tables every time the app runs. This is useful in development for testing, but should be avoided in production. When syncing is done, the code inside this block runs. It logs database synced to let you know the database is ready. This app.listen function starts the Express server and listens for requests on port 5000. When the server starts successfully, it logs server running on port 5000 to the console. Let's run the server and test our API. And I have also changed the location of this .env file. I have removed it from config folder and added it to the root of project. That is directly in panel backend folder. You can see here. Before running the server, make sure your database credentials match your .env file. Here in .env file, instead of password, I have added empty double quotes. This is necessary to add empty quotes if no password is set for database user. Here we need to do some more necessary changes in this code and database too. Firstly, please remove on delete cascade attribute from the settings and user passwords model classes. I know, I said it defined the relationship and dependency between the users table and these tables. But having on delete cascade prevents us from deleting or updating the parent row, which in this case is the users table. That's why we are deleting these attributes. Now, let's go to the database. Click on the settings table. Then go to the structure tab. And click on the relation view option. Next, click on the drop option. We have now removed on delete cascade option from the settings table. Let's do the same for the spend data and user passwords tables as well. After removing on delete cascade from the tables, I restarted MySQL to avoid any conflicts. Now, let's run our server again. Here you can see, database is connected, synced, and server is running on port 5000. Let's test our create user API using Postman.